Kuriyama said jump out the balcony. Nigga free all the guys, nigga. Pull forward a quick and light my move, my
Alright, so the Culling Games have officially begun in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. We, yes, me and you, know that Jujutsu Kaisen is better than any of these new gen animes. Okay, you guys already know the deal, let's tap in. So the episode starts off with Kenjaku in Sasuke's room. She says, hold up, who the hell are you? Did you come to rob me? Kenjaku's like, nah twin, I'm that nigga that put up the barrier. This little area is gonna be used for our little game. Okay, and why you gotta do it in this area? How come you can't do this shit in New York or something? I'm not gonna lie, that's a valid take. Kenjaku says, listen, if you don't wanna play our little game, that's cool, I'm not gonna force you to play. Tell you what, if you wanna leave, there's this one spot in the barrier that I could take you to, but I can only do this once. Hold on, is bro a chill guy? So she grabs Kenjaku's hand and they get to walking as we see a bunch of curses, and bro's like, oh yeah, thank you for being friends with my son Sasuke.
What do you mean by that?
Actually, come to think of it, she does look very familiar. Then someone calls her name and it turns out to be Uchi. By the way, if you hadn't noticed, these two are from the occult club. Wait a minute, is Gege on his older shit? Let me find out. Anyways, they get to walking and Sasuke's like, where are we gang? I did not sign up for this. As they look up to see a big ass barrier. Uchi asks Sasuke if she had the same dream as him and she says yes. Then she's like, hold on, the guy in the dream, did he mention anything about his son to you? Uchi says no. And at this moment, she thinks of our boy Yuji. No way this nigga had elite level Riz in middle school. So then we cut to Yuji and the rest of the gang as Akari says, yo wait a minute, you really dead ass? Gojo the strongest sorcerer got caught lacking? Yes bro, we've been trying to explain that to you. Bruh, that's crazy twin, I ain't gonna lie. And while they're on the topic, Panda drops a bombshell. Turns out Principal Yaga is dead and the higher ups killed him.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
Hey, RIP the goat for real. All I know is that he's in that airport somewhere. Yuji's like, Panda, you gonna be good my guy? And Panda says, nah, I'll be okay, but thank you though gang. Hey, don't mention it, you know I always got your back.
That's that real music, man.
Hakari says, damn, that literally was everyone that's been good to me. I haven't been this depressed ever since my homeboy got shot in the...
Is this nigga serious?
And Hakari says, hey, I'll help you guys free that boy Gojo. However, you guys are gonna pay me back in full after this whole mess is done with. Panda's like, do you want us to change the Jujutsu regulation? Megumi trying to be a big dog is like, man, whatever it is, it's probably not gonna be that hard to get.
What did you say, nigga?
Bro, watch out, I'm the head of the Zenin clan, boy. And this man quickly shifts his entire tone. He's like, can me and you become friends?
Okay.
Panda's like, I bet since we got that out of the way, let's choose what colony we're gonna be in. Just as they were about to yap, Kogane pops up and it says, I'm the communication between players. Hakari notices that its personality changed and Kogane says, yeah my boy, that was an announcement. Now I'm player Yuji Itadori's communication between you guys. Megumi's like, huh? How is Yuji a player? He has no cursed technique or cursed object. But Kenjaku comes out of the woodwork explaining to us that he made people ingest cursed objects just like Yuji. And that the cursed object that Kenjaku made are what's left of that sorcerer. He also says that he didn't just form pact with sorcerers, he also formed them with humans over 1,000 years ago. Yuji's like, shit, this might be Sukuna. I think he's the one that Kenjaku was talking about. And Megumi says, I'm so confused. Didn't you eat Sukuna's finger out of your own free will? I literally saw you do it, gang. After this, Megumi and Yuji call Kogane and they find out that Kashimo's the top ranked player in the nation and that this nigga already killed 40 people. Yeah, bro is a tryhard. Megumi tells Yuji that they might be able to participate in the Culling Games without killing anybody. Megumi then tells Kogane to show him players with 100 or more points. He's initially reluctant, but Yuji tells him it's fine, so he shows them the players. Megumi's like, I didn't know these old ass sorcerers want something from that freak Didijaku. This shit cannot be good. So they come up with a plan. They need to find the person with 100 or more points and convince them to change the rules so Megumi's sister can leave the game. While they're planning, Kogane pulls up two people, one of them being Kashimo and the other being the GOAT Higuruma. I ain't gonna lie, bro is in my top 5 favorite characters in JJK. Anyways, these boys get excited and Megumi brings up the fact that they need to bypass the 8th rule, which is if a player's points stay the same after 19 days, you're getting murked. He also says that they can change the rules to make it so players can transfer points among each other. Hakari is like, wait, won't that basically f up everything? And Megumi's not sure. He's like, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So for right now, their plans are to find Angel so they can free Gojo from the prison realm and to track down Higuruma and Kashimo. After they're done strategizing, Yuji tries to find a player by the name of Angel, but nothing comes up. Panda says that she would most likely be in East Japan, which is Colony 2. Hakari Hakari's like, okay, bet, it's settled. Me and Panda will go to Colony 2 and Yuji and Megumi will go to Colony 1. And Kirara, I ain't gonna lie, my baby, you gotta stay here. Basically, they're gonna keep watch to see if something strange happens. Yuji's like, me and Megumi probably shouldn't work together because that boy Sukuna's planning on touching bro. But Megumi's like, yo, shut the fuck up. Do you not know who I am? Okay, nigga, you're the head of a dying clan, bro. Humble yourself. So we cut to bro on the rooftop and he's like, yo, I don't see anybody showing up right now. And the girl that he's talking to is like, nigga, shut up and keep your ass in that place. You got that?
Jesus Christ.
She jumps off the building cursing bro out. Nah, shawty might be a little crazy. So we cut to our boys dressed up head to toe in the latest Jujutsu drip. You just like, hey Megumi, what are these past sorcerers like? And Megumi begins to explain that their value of life is way different than in the past, and that basically these past sorcerers fought for the love of the game. He also says that Kashimo and Higuruma could be past sorcerers, so keep your guard up. So they continue to walk towards the barrier and Megumi tells Yuji to gather intel on Higuruma. Yuji says bet as they walk in. In that instance, bro starts falling from the sky. He's like, huh? Where the fuck is Megumi? As we see the same guy from before giving the signal. Then in the blink of an eye, we see that girl tackle Yuji through a building. She sees that our boy is still alive and she's like, hold on, this boy is actually pretty tough. Anyone else would have been turned into a pancake. Yuji jumps into this building running inside of it until he stops as she calls for backup. But bro just throws a rock at her, knocking her out. Yuji says, okay, I need to meet up with Megumi, as he looks up to see this old ass nigga flying. Talking about some, yo, what'd you do to my girl, boy? Nigga, sit your old ass down before I make you. We see Amai on the rooftop and he's like, damn, did that guy really just one-shot her? Hold up, I know him. Is that Yuji? So we cut to Megumi beating on this random girl and she's like, ow, what the fuck's your problem? You're the one who attacked me first. We see that Nue comes to Megumi and he asks if it's seen anything. Nue shakes its head no and Megumi deduces that the colony is bigger than it actually is. Megumi starts asking her some questions about Higuruma and she's like, why would I tell you anything? Okay, I'll tell you everything. This man Megumi is just following in the Zenin clan tradition at this point. So we cut back to Yuji running on top of this building as he takes this man's leg and drags him across. The old man recovers and he's like, ain't no way this young buck is this strong. So he spins his helicopter blades but Yuji slides right under him. But unfortunately Yuji gets pushed out of the building. He then starts to hit the Naruto run on these buildings but he gets caught off guard as they start to wrestle in midair. Yuji kicks him in the face landing on top of this building as he goes inside of it. Alright, so Yuji is waiting inside the building for the old man. He comes inside trying to kill Yuji but Yuji just throws a punch at bro's head. But somehow the old man is still up so Yuji seeing this just kicks him in the balls. So after the fight we cut back to Megumi and this girl and she asks Megumi if he wants to be her knight. Megumi says sure whatever twin, now hurry up and walk in front. We then learn that the girl's name is Remy and she says that she knows something about Higuruma. But Megumi's like, listen, if I catch you in a lie, I will murk your ass, don't play with me. We go back to Yuji as Amai pops up saying, yo, I know you twin, did you go to Tiger of West Middle School? Hold up, are you from my hometown? So they get to walking as both Yuji and Megumi ask where Higuruma is, as they get completely different answers. And that's where I'm gonna end the video. Let me know if y'all want to see any more of the Culling Games. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.